Hello, hello, friend, and welcome to this Foundational Brand Expression Questionnaire. If you don't know who I am, my name is Evelina. I am the founder and multi-passionate creative behind Studio Domka, and I just want to take a moment to say thank you and also just take a couple minutes to walk you guys through what this document is, what you can expect from this process. So the way that I have laid this out is really meant to be very intuitive and straightforward. We all know and love Google Docs, and so I figured this is for sure probably the easiest and bestest way that we can wrap our heads around the inquiry and journey we're about to get into for this questionnaire. And before I dive in, I just want to preface that this questionnaire is really intended for, yes, the entrepreneur, the brand, the business owner who is either just starting out on their journey or is well into their journey, but is finding some stagnation and uncertainty with how to proceed, or things just kind of started, reaching a lull and they just need a little bit more clarity. This is meant to really help you go inward and leave you inspired with some things that you might be overlooking in your brand. And I definitely don't want to neglect the person who may not be an entrepreneur or business owner, but is just the overall curious creative. They are looking to craft something for themselves on the side. And whether or not you may have an audience or clients, or if you're just really working for yourself and exploring something on your own terms, the first few portions in this questionnaire at a minimum are going to leave you deeply, deeply connected to yourself and hopefully pretty inspired too of how you can translate these findings into what you're doing in your creative work. So like I shared, this is all very, very straightforward. This is a good old Google Doc. So you'll see the first thing when you land on this page is this document is not editable until you copy it. So all you have to do is go into the file, make a copy section. You can rename this doc maybe with your name, whatever you like, make a copy. It will open right up in this new tab. And from there, you will be able to access and edit it. So the first few portions, the first few pages are really meant to give everyone an overview of what to expect from this inquiry, what it means. I let people in a little bit on the homecoming process, which is my personal crafted process that I use for every single client, whether they inquire with me to do a brand, to do a website, to just get some clarity around what they're building. We always start with this questionnaire. And I speak about why it's important to build a foundation. Just like a home, I love to use the metaphor of building a brand is like building a house. You want to start with the foundation. And so this is what this questionnaire is for. And so again, how to complete this questionnaire, just setting some prerequisites. It's really important to just carve away some time, space, whatever makes you feel most comfortable and alive, and really focus, because this is a few 1 or 2 hour time spot that is meant to really help you connect with yourself and your story. And so again, more of an overview here at the beginning of what to anticipate with the process. I encourage you guys to read all of this. It may be a lot of text, but I tried my best to synthesize the approach and the overview, and I promise this is all going to be applicable for how all of this works and fits into the grander picture and scheme. When you get to this portion, which is roughly page 7, this is where you can start to answer the questions. And so again, very intuitive and easy. You just populate these little highlighted boxes with your responses. Keep on scrolling down. This is where it gets really meaty with some deeper questions. And that's really it until you reach this last page, which is the bonus visual inspiration Pinterest exercise. Because once you've dug in and really unearthed all the verbal findings, wouldn't it be kind of cool if you kind of figured, well, how can I translate this into my visual brand? What could this actually look like if I pulled some of the themes and responses from this questionnaire into what my brand actually looks and feels like? So this is a little bonus module at the end to just really help you connect with what your visual brand can look like, whether it's your colors, your fonts, the imagery, whatever that may be. And then at the end, of course, I just want to leave you guys with some next steps, some tactical tidbits, tips, tools, and an opportunity to dive even deeper. I would love to connect with you. I always offer a free open house discovery call, especially if you went through this questionnaire and if you have more questions, or if you just need a mirror, someone to reflect to you what you unearthed and what you discovered. I would love to take this time to just sit with you and offer you my thoughts. And so you can book that here with this link. It'll take you directly to my Calendly, and you could put in your email, basic information to get that call scheduled with me. And lastly, if you're looking for something just really low lift and everyday inspiration, as I like to call it, you can definitely also check out the Homecomings podcast. It is my Audible initiative where I interview incredible purpose-driven creatives.